ready to do online improv. I'm in Copenhagen and you are in?
I'm in Oslo, yeah.
Oslo. And you are Ben?
I am Ben indeed, yes.
Yes.
Impreneur.
And we met in a jam and thought we should do some scene together.
Yeah, definitely.
So
yes.
to get a suggestion, we will take maybe a few words or something from this book, Walk the Lines.
Yes, that's what's cool, yeah.
The underground of
London Underground Overground. It's a guy who, instead of taking the underground, decided to walk the lines instead.
Oh, interesting. So let's see page 100.
Yeah.
And the last line, or something on the last line.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you want me to read it out, I suppose?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, Vertigo, the champagne bar, is the 42nd floor.
Obviously, Vertigo, the champagne bar, is the
42nd floor.
42nd floor. Interesting.
Champagne bar, 42nd floor. Vertigo.
Vertigo.
You want to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Or shall I begin?
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite a view from up here. A long way down. Not a big fan of heights. Nice bar though. Like the champagne. Friends in the toilet though, so just me at the bar at the moment. Yeah, I don't often come to London. It's a place, but it's nice. It's nice to experience something a bit special occasionally. You know, come see this town, come see the city. Sometimes miss the UK. But the thing about London is it's such an international place. It's so many different people. And the champagne bar, there are people from everywhere. I don't think there are any locals here.
You sound like you don't enjoy London, really.
It's such a sort of busy city, Steve. It's just you know, I like living in Norway now, you know. It's got so many people. I prefer the nature, you know. It's a busy place.
I was hoping I could convince you to move back to London.
Oh, you brought me to a beautiful bar. I must admit, it's the best bar I've ever been to. There's nowhere like this back in Norway.
I mean, London is a place you can really, it's symbolic. Here, from this bar, you can really look down at the masses of people.
Yeah.
And it's like, sorry?
They're like ants.
They are.
You feel like they're hundreds, millions of people. They all just go round and round every day. Are their lives even worthwhile? What's the point?
Well, it's the same thing when we sit at the stock market. All these workers in the factories of which the stocks I trade, they are like ants.
Yeah, we don't, you're right. I mean, as stock traders, we don't care about the people who do the work.
Come back and join me.
Why do you love it here so much? You say,
It's
even you said, you look at,
every day I can go up here, drink champagne, and feel like the cream on the sour milk. And that's a beautiful feeling.
the cream of the sour milk, not the champagne froth. You feel your underlings are the milk, and you're the sweet cream on top of the sour underbelly of society that keeps you wealthy, keeps us wealthy.
And you used to be part of that.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a stockbroker. Of course, I'm still thinking about coming back into the trade, of course, but there's more to life than making money, man. You can't just be, I mean, look, of course it helps. You can buy an expensive champagne, you can see a beautiful view. It cost us £20 to come into this bar and 30 to buy a bottle, but there's more. Come on, man, like, don't you empathize with those ants, the lower people, the sour milk? Don't you empathize with these people?
That's a trap. My ex-girlfriend used to say that. That's a trap. No, she didn't say it's a trap. She said I should empathize with them, but I found that's a trap. If I start doing that, I will not be good at my job.
But that's why she's your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Steve, you're a wealthy man. You've got all the money in the world, but are you happy? Are you really happy? Have you really got what you want? Because, the happiest place for me is in the middle of a forest. It's not just looking at my bank account statement. That's not what makes me happy.
You never really told me what's keeping you in Norway. What's so fantastic?
I work for the Forestry Commission. I just love caring for trees. I can, there are deer in the forest. There's, skiers go there in winter. I look after the forest. It brings me, maybe it's the guilt I have. The guilt I got from being a stockbroker. I fucked over so many people as a stockbroker. I didn't care about those who were deep in debt. I threw out families who desperately wanted their houses and their homes because I needed the rent so that I could buy the champagne. And I felt guilty about it. I needed to go to the forest to deal with that guilt that's built up over the years.
It doesn't look like you've had cleaned it out yet.
No.
It sounds you're still carrying around the guilt. I say no, fuck it.
Yeah, I know that's what you say, Steve. I know. I'll tell you something. As stockbrokers, we never really see the people we affect, right? But I knew one of the buildings we were evicting tenants from. And I was walking down the street and I saw a family being evicted. And they didn't recognize me, but I knew that it was because of our decisions that family was getting evicted. And I saw on their faces the feeling of pain, the fact that they were getting chucked out of their home.
There's a lot of pain in the world.
Sure, and I went to drink whiskey afterwards that night. The whiskey helped, but I don't know, man.
Was it a Highland Scotch?
It was a good Jura. It was nice. From the Highlands, 30 years. It was good. But the point was the family, okay? The point was the family. I don't think any champagne or any scotch will ever deal with.
Oh, my phone is ringing. I'll be back in a second. And
Okay.
I got to go to the loo as well.
Difficult. You know, I used to be happy in London. You know, I loved being a stockbroker, and then I don't know, it didn't work out in the city. But maybe I shouldn't overanalyze it. Maybe, you know, maybe I could be a good stockbroker. Maybe I can, you know, actually help families, you know, build businesses, you know, do the right thing. Maybe it's possible to make money and do the right thing. Maybe you can do that. You don't have to be always guilty for the decision. I don't know. The world is a messy place. Doesn't always make sense.
Oh, yeah. What? So I can buy the buildings and you'll evict the residents. That's a lot of money. Okay, so they'll have 14 days to move out. And then I can lend the whole thing to, yeah. Oh, that's a big number. Well, that's a lot of money. Oh, yeah. So we can get shops in the lower and terraces on the top. And then fake lease until the renovation is done. Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool.
I overheard that conversation, Steve. I've been thinking, you know, I want to come to London.
Great.
But I don't want to do your business. I don't want to do your business of evicting people. I want to set up housing for those who can't afford it. I want to set up housing in this city so that people who need housing can get it. That's what I'm going to do in London.
That costs a lot of money.
I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Hey, you could even help a bit. You have a bit of spare cash. Come on, you must be a bit guilty for your past, man. Can't just be this black and white guy. You must have something. Little. Come on, Steve. What do you think? You know, we could do something good in the world. We could help. We could help this city. You love this city. I love this city.
It's just doing stuff as a Murphy thing is just so endless. As a Boy Scout, I tried to save the local. We had this local dam, you remember, where we were fishing?
Yeah, I remember the dam, yeah.
And they announced it's going to be filled, and we demonstrated so they shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a great day, that was.
But it didn't help. They filled it up. They didn't listen. And I found out there's a lot of dams around, and the trying to help is never going to end. So I decided I want to be on the other side. Not the other side that always tramples people down, but it needs to have a goal that can be reached.
You used to be so idealistic, Steve. We used to be so idealistic. We put on face paint for that march. We did everything. We made the signs. We tried our best. And then we decided to do careers and, you know, join the banking industry.
It wasn't good enough.
Maybe it never died in me, Steve. It never died in me, that idealism. It never died in me.
And that's why I really wanted you to come back.
This is where ideals die, Steve, in London. That's what happens here.
You know what?
You just go to champagne bars and spend all your money there.
I saw a project proposal that it's basically to build a small community out in the forest, Lake Juan forest, a bit north of London.
Yeah, it's a lovely place though.
And that project was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not of guilt. It's that I think you would love to build this thing. Okay, basically it's 20 houses,
yeah.
four families in each house.
Yeah.
So it's already planned for building.
Yeah.
And there'll be trees in between the houses. Right. There'll be playgrounds for kids, and there'll be a small local school.
That's fantastic. Let's do that, Steve. Let's. I can help with that. I can help with that project.
If you come back to London, I want you to not help. You should take that project.
I'll do it, Steve. I'll do it. I'll come back to London and I'll do the project. Yeah.
Scene.
Yeah, that's really good. I enjoyed that. That was cool.
Thanks.
That was cool. I don't know how long that was.
About 14 minutes. About 14 minutes.
Okay. But we had there was a nice halfway break as well. So that was cool.
Oh yeah, it's all twisting and shouting. I don't think I played that evil.
No, I liked your character actually. I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was really nice.
Oh yeah, it was.
I think we played quite realistic characters. That's what I thought. Like, I think they were believable. At least I tried to make it believable.
Oh yeah. It's all. I think improv is all about empathy.
Yeah.
So yeah, where you place the empathy. Yeah, and it's interesting with the characters and background stories, and that slowly evolved through the scene.
Yeah, no, I thought it was cool. I think.
Yeah.
We both changed our positions during the scene. Cool.
Yeah. But also, I'm not sure what happened in Norway. But
I don't know. Yeah, I suppose of course it was a bit based on reality, right? I don't work for the Forestry Commission in Oslo. That's not why.
You worked for them, or?
No. Well, I like the forest, but I don't work for the forest.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I don't know. It was cool.
Have you been living in London?
No, I never have actually. I mean, I actually quite like London.
Oh.
But no, maybe one day I'd like to live in London.
Actually, I've never been to London. But...
Okay. All right. Fair enough. You should visit it one day.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of places you should go,
but I think the fun of a scene is not about the reality. Actually, it doesn't need to be real. We were talking about a generic city.
Oh yeah, and a generic bar on the top. Yeah, exactly. At one point, I thought about if my character was a jumper.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
The vertical. Thing. No. Yeah, no, it's all about the personal dilemmas and twists. Yeah. So, how long have you been doing improv?
So this is my 4th winter in Norway. And it took me about a year before I started improv in Oslo. So now I've been doing it Yeah, maybe this is probably like 2.5 years now. But like the last half year or so hasn't been so great because of Corona, of course. No shows.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the way it is, unfortunately. But, I mean, it's understandable. We might do a show possibly if the dates work.
Oh.
And be able to post it online as like a virtual show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you'll get together as a group and then.
Yeah, and it'll be filmed and then that will be broadcast via Zoom or something, I guess.
Yeah.
What about you? So you're in where are you based actually?
I'm in Copenhagen, yeah.
You're in Copenhagen, okay. I remember there was the Oslo Festival. Did you come to the Oslo?
No, I haven't.
There were quite a few people from Copenhagen, I think.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by them. Yeah. So,
well, yeah, it's been a growing community, and when it grows, it gets shattered all over town.
Oh, okay. So there's normally a Copenhagen Improv Festival.
Yeah, it used to be around Easter. I think that's set up to be in October this year.
Yeah, cool.
So, yeah.
Might be nice to go to that one day.
Yeah.
It's not very far from Norway to get to.
No. Well, I thought about going to Oslo. Oslo Festival. Well, it's an opportunity to see a town as well.
Yeah. Are you Danish? Or?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Cambridge in the UK, actually. So just north of London.
Interesting.
I've travelled around the UK quite a bit before coming to Norway, but never to London.
No. So why do you still do improv? That's my usual question.
Why? It's a good question.
Or what's fun about it?
Initially, and partly still true, is I want to meet people outside of work because my company is very small. I'm a geologist, actually. That's what I really do. And I'm only in a company of about 10 people, so it's nice to meet others. But I think it's sort of a way of expressing emotion in a safe way, which I like. It's a way of, you can sort of have any character and any emotion, and you can portray that. And I feel sometimes in real life, I have to be quite careful about my emotions or not fully show my emotions for business reasons. It's often not beneficial to show your emotions. And I find that in improv, you can just express yourself. That's why I like it, I guess.
Yeah, interesting.
And it's funny. And I know it's always different. It's always it's exciting because you never know what your character's what the other guy's gonna do. You don't know what you're gonna do, but you don't know what the other person's gonna do either. So
no, you have these experience that suddenly you do this and you think, oh, where did that come from?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why was that choice for this character put out, and where does it go?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of in professional life you make your appearance, and I think among friends as well, you blend in the social friend group. You blend in, like, this is how we are here, and in a scene you're allowed to be a punker or
you can be anything.
Yeah.
You can be an arsehole in a scene, and it's fun. Sometimes it helps to be an arsehole. That's what makes a scene cool.
Like, yeah.
One or both of arseholes.
Yeah.
That's why I liked your character today. It was fun to play against. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And actually, I think, a lot of online stuff over Zoom has been interesting because you get to play with people you don't meet, and often it needs to be organized heavily to play with people in real life, but here it's just a messenger way, and then you might arrange to do improv together. So can people reach out to you to do a scene?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, my group is called Freudian Slippers. We have an Freudian, so you can find us on Instagram with a bit of work, I think. Yeah, sure. Just find me on Facebook. You can see my name, I think.
Yeah.
There aren't many other Ben Mantons in the world. I think I was the first Ben Manton on Facebook. It's no longer the case.
Well, is there a special story to the last name? Or you were just an early jumper on Facebook?
It was partly because I was early on Facebook. It's a rare name. It's a rare name in the UK. I've actually yet to meet a Manton outside of my own family. If that makes sense. They exist, but they're only like 10,000 in the whole UK. And so it's quite a low probability of meeting them. So it's not like they're non-existent. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, it's interesting with names. I've learned not to pronunciate my guests' names because sometimes it's pronounced different than I assume by reading it.
I'd like to know why you do improv. You asked me why I do improv. Why do you do improv?
Well, it's like a drug.
Okay.
Well, the
it's
whole
like cocaine.
In when you're in a scene, the brain is on high, thinking out possibilities and responding. And I think especially the online here, I can watch your face when you, or see your, what's it called, your reactions more than I actually can on stage.
Okay.
Because on stage you often look out at the audience.
Yeah, it's true. It's quite hard to do that.
Yeah. And yeah, so yeah, building stuff together, I really like that. We slowly build a reality together and widen it out, and then it becomes an escapism, because you're in the moment, are in this reality, so you can forget everything in your own life.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah, and then it's fantastic to this whole process of it building together and meeting different people, so you never know what the other person will bring up.
Yeah.
Especially when we've never played together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a fantastic experience each time.
Right. Yeah. Very nice. All right.
Well, let's say goodbye to the recording.
Well, yeah. Cool.